Hi everyone and welcome to another build tutorial. In this video I'm going to show you how to build an underground house which would make the perfect starter base in your Minecraft survival world. This house contains areas for crafting and smelting, a nether portal, an enchanting area, a bedroom and room for storage. This build is perfect for beginners who want to improve their skills or even for people who would prefer to have a small underground house compared to a large base. I really hope that you enjoy this video. Don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already to see more content like this. We will begin by marking out the circle that will make up the main shape of the build in the ground using spruce planks. This will be 6 blocks long on the sides, joined together with 4 sets of 2 blocks as shown. After you've marked out the circle, place spruce slabs on top, going all the way around to add some depth to the build. Then join each of the sides together in a cross shape, starting 1 block in, going into the middle and then across to the side as shown. We will do this 4 times to create a cross that has a 2 block gap in between each of the sides. Now add spruce slabs on top of this to finish off the main outline of the build. Once you have done this, we need to remove 7 layers of the ground inside and directly underneath the border of the circle. Make sure that you remove the ground underneath the spruce planks that we placed for the circle outline. Underneath the spruce planks that should now be visible from underneath, place spruce slabs going all the way around the circle, missing out the parts where the cross meets the sides of the circle. This is to create a frame for the glass that's going to make up the ceiling of the build to add more depth so that it isn't completely flat. After this, add 2 columns of stripped dark oak logs on each side of the circle, placed 1 block in front of the outline of spruce planks, as shown. If you've dug everything out correctly, the columns should be 6 blocks high in total. Build these columns 3 more times so that each side of the circle has supports. This makes the build feel more realistic and also adds that extra bit of detail to it. For the wall design inside the house, remove a layer of dirt and replace with a border of dark oak planks along the top and the bottom with spruce planks in the middle. Add a column of stripped dark oak logs in the middle of the wall section to add more detail and to look like it's also providing support to the build. Make sure that the walls follow the same shape as the circle but are set back by 1 block. Fill in the gap behind the column from earlier with the same wall design. Now repeat this design for the other 3 remaining wall sections. Once you've done the wall section, remember to fill in the gap behind the column and also carry on the wall going between them. Make sure to leave one of these sections between the columns empty though, as we'll be building the entry and exit to the house in one of them. Let me know in the comments section below if you're going to build this in your own Minecraft world, or if there's anything else that you'd like to see me build in a future video. In the gap between the columns that we left out, mark out where the staircase will go that will lead in and out of the house. After this, dig out a 2 block wide section in the floor, joining the gap in between the columns together to create a cross. Once you've dug out the cross in the floor, add glowstone or another light block of choice in between the columns with spruce stairs in front, then fill in the cross with spruce slabs, skipping out the middle section and 1 block out from that on all sides. The column opposite the staircase does not need glowstone as that's where the portal will be. Fill in the middle of the cross with dark oak planks and then smooth out the corners next to the spruce slabs to create a rounded border. Now remove the ground in the sections that we have left and replace with oak planks with a border of oak stairs as shown. All of the remaining sections will have the same floor design and are where each of our rooms will be going, so do this for the other 3 sections to finish off the floor. If you'd like to see more builds and tutorials from me, head over to my Instagram where I post the finished shots of all of my builds as well as other small builds and tutorials to help give you more build inspiration. The link can be found in the description box below if you'd like to have a look. Finish off the final section of the floor and we can move on to building the staircase so you can easily get in and out of the house. Where we marked out the staircase earlier, we're going to build up by 4 sets of spruce stairs, then add a 2x2 section of spruce planks at the top. After this, build 2 more 4 block high staircases to the left and right of this, leading up to the surface. I've chosen to make the staircase turn here so that it takes up a bit less room compared to if it was a straight line going into the house. Once you've built the stairs, add stripped dark oak logs in the corners and at the bottom and top of the two side staircases, coming up one block above the surface as shown. This is to add more structure to the stairs and so that we'll also be able to build a railing around the top of the staircase on the surface so that you won't fall down there. Once you've built all of the columns, add a dark oak slab on top to finish them off, and then we'll decorate the walls around the staircase. Replace the ground in between each of the columns at the surface with spruce planks to create a border that goes around the staircase. After this, dig out the section of wall in the middle and replace the spruce planks with upside down spruce stairs so that there's a nicer transition here. Then add spruce planks to the floor and the walls and place a couple of grass blocks to create a planter for some decoration here. Place some dark oak slabs at the top and add some spruce trapdoors to finish it off. For the walls at the sides, add dark oak planks next to the stairs to create a border with a spruce plank in the remaining block. Then repeat this on the opposite side of the staircase. After you've done the walls at the sides, remove the ground next to the staircase leading into the house and add dark oak planks next to the stairs again with spruce above and another dark oak plank at the top, as this is the border from the main room. Finally, add some upside down spruce stairs at the top to finish off the staircase. We will now add the glass into the ceiling of the build. Fill in each of the sections and the cross with glass placed on the same level as the spruce planks that we placed at the start of the build. I've just used normal glass blocks here, but feel free to use stained glass blocks if you want something a little different. On the inside of the house, create arches starting one block below the top of the columns and going across the line of spruce planks in the ceiling. Build the arches using spruce slabs to create full blocks that go up or down by half a block each time with 2 blocks in the middle. If built correctly, there should be a block missing at the corner where the 2 arches meet. We'll fill this in later. Now repeat the arch designs for the other 3 sections. They'll all be the same as what you've just built, so you can copy the pattern from there. Be sure to leave a like if you're enjoying the video so far and consider subscribing if you're new here. If you're already subscribed, make sure to hit the bell icon so that you never miss a new video. Finish off the final section of arches and then we can move on to adding the lighting in the centre of the build. In the corners where the block is missing, build down by 2 blocks using spruce planks. Do this on all sides. Then join them together across the bottom block going all the way around to create a square. After this, remove the corner blocks again and replace them with glowstone or another light block of choice as these won't be visible, then add some spruce trapdoors to finish it off. Although the glowstone is covered by trapdoors, the light is still able to pass through, making for great hidden lighting. Add some stacked chests above the glowstone that we placed in between the columns on the left and right hand sides of the build, then add a dark oak slab above for some extra detail. In the remaining gap in between the columns that's directly opposite the staircase, build a nether portal that fills the whole space. Alternatively, if you don't want a portal inside your house, you can just add some more chests here. Light the portal using a flint and steel and then cover up the top section using spruce stairs. Then go round to the sides and add 3 spruce trapdoors to cover up the top half of the portal here. We'll cover up the bottom half later. Finally, add a couple of spruce fence gates in front of the portal to stop anything from walking out of it. In the section to the right of the doorway, we'll build the enchanting area. Add some lanterns on either side of the column and then place bookshelves as shown to get the level 30 enchantments. The ones I've added at the top are just for decoration, so you don't have to add these if you don't want to. Add some dark oak slabs on top of the bookshelves for some extra detail and then add the enchanting table in the middle. In the gap next to the columns, add a cauldron with some leaves on top to create a bush and add a grindstone to finish it off. We will now move on to the area next to this, which will be the bedroom. Add lanterns on either side of the column again and then count 3 blocks away from it and build a 3-block high column using stripped dark oak logs with a dark oak slab on top. Then place dark oak planks in the pattern shown to create the platform for the bed to go on and fill the gaps in with dark oak stairs. Next to the columns, add some dark oak stairs with a plank in the middle and add a slab on top to create the headboard. Finally, add a bed to finish it off. In the space next to the bed, build a shelf using a dark oak slab and stairs and add an armour stand and an ender chest. Then add the 2 bushes next to the columns again using a cauldron and 2 leaf blocks. We can now move on to building the crafting and smelting areas in the remaining sections. Add lanterns at the top again and then build a shelf coming out from the column and going across the wall using dark oak slabs. Next to this, build 2 3-block high columns using stripped spruce logs and add a dark oak slab on top of them. Then add some barrels for extra decoration and storage next to the middle column with a crafting table, a smithing table, an anvil and a brewing stand on the shelves to finish it off. Finally, add the 2 bushes again to complete the crafting area. As you can see, the bush hid the part of the portal that was still showing. The last part that we have left to build is the smelting area. Add the 2 lanterns at the top and build the same shelf that we built in the crafting area using dark oak slabs and stripped spruce logs. After this, add some barrels in the middle again and then place 2 furnaces on either side with a smoker and a blast furnace. Finally, add the bushes and that is the whole of the interior completed. I really hope that you've liked this design, but feel free to change anything to make it suit you better. For some finishing touches on the staircase, you can add some flowers to the planter and a couple of torches to light it up. Now, go outside and add leaf blocks around the entire circle to add some extra decoration to the outside and to make it feel a bit more natural. If you prefer the underground house without the leaves around it, then feel free to miss this step out. Finally, add some dark oak slabs in between the columns that are sticking up around the staircase to create a barrier so that you don't fall down. You can then use some bone meal on the grass around the outside of the house to add some flowers as a finishing touch. And that is the entire underground house completed. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video and the build. I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching this video and for supporting my channel. It means a lot and I really appreciate you all. Feel free to leave any feedback that you have in the comments section below or consider subscribing to see more build tutorials like this.